Hey guys, it's Extreme Strategy here, and welcome to another mod video, and this one is going to be on the Chaos Dwarfs mod that was made by Decomposed, and this is the expanded roster version as well. And what this does is this adds in a ton of various Chaos Dwarf units into your game for you to use, some of which are extremely overpowered, actually most of which are extremely overpowered, but also very fun to use, and we're just going to be going up against a basic Bretonnian army. Nothing important, because they're Bretonnia, so do they really ever have anything important? Anyway, in the front line we have some of these Annihilators. Now these guys are massive rocket, basically have rocket launchers. Those little guns that they have, yep, those shoot missiles. They have missiles. And over on the far flank we have Kadai the Destroyer, or Kadai Destroyer, Kadai Destroyer. Sure, we're gonna go with that. And we have some Zealot Berserkers, which are very cool looking. They're also unbreakable. And then over here we have some of the Immortals, who are massive anti-large infantry. Massive anti-large infantry. Well, they do have large unit counts for dwarves. And back here we have the Infernal Guard with naphtha bombs. Naphtha bombs. So this is what they look like. And then up in the top we have the Lord Drazhoath the Ashen up on his special mount. I don't remember what its name is. Then down here we have an Infernal Castellan on a chariot. And up above we also have a Lamassu who is flying around and basically is a massive magical manticore. So anyway, I'm going to hit play and I will see you when the action starts. The first volleys are coming in over here onto these bull centaurs of Torok, which I might not have mentioned the first time around, but these bull centaurs of Torok are basically going to be your late game cav. They are very good at tearing apart just about anything and everything. I mean, these Royal Hippogriff Knights, they are taking damage quite quickly. Over here, the missiles are beginning to be sent out, and they are just decimating everything. Oh, they're being aimed at some of these flying Royal Hippogriff Knights, and they are just devastating. If they're aimed at ground units, they will obliterate anything and everything in their path. They are very, very good. And then up here, Drazhoath the Ashen also happens to have the lore of fire as well. The lores that the Chaos Dwarfs use are fire, metal, and death and shadow, I believe. I believe it's those four that they use. Over here, we have the Lamassu fighting the Royal Hippogriff Knights. We're also getting shot by missiles. I mean, why not? You have magical manticores, and you also have RPG launchers. That sounds about right. Besides, these guys are the Chaos Dwarfs, so they're absolutely amazing. That's why they have such good gear. Over here, the Immortals are charging on in. I believe the fire is being caused by the Infernal Guard with the Naphtha bombs. All these names are starting to make me get tongue-tied. And then the Bull Centaurs of Torok are charging on in. They're going to be doing some damage now to the Lord and to the two Paladins. Legendary Lord is kind of just sitting up there. Missiles are pouring in, devastating anything and everything that they can. Arrows are coming into the Immortals. Over here, spell is being cast by Drazhoath the Ashen, and it's going to be one of the meteor ones. Piercing bolts of burning, I believe, is its name. Over here, these guys are actually kind of holding their fire for a second. The enemy is beginning to rout and shatter. The Zealot Berserkers are now out of control, and they're going to go chasing after anything and everything that they can. More missiles are coming on down, but it's basically at this point a battle between arrows and RPG launchers. So there's not a whole lot of competition right there. And the Manticore is flying on over to try and take out some of these units, I believe. And over here, the Naphtha bombs are being tossed out, and they are what's causing all this fire over here. Plus, then, of course, you have the missiles as well. But they're primarily from the Naphtha bombs, which are the little hand grenades that are being tossed. It's kind of similar to the miners with explosive satchels, I believe, that the dwarves have. Anyway, the entire enemy shattered, and it was a decisive victory. Now, another mechanic that the Chaos Dwarfs have is something called the statues. Now, what the statues are these are the statues, and basically you have the demon smiths on them. Now they can either be petrified or they can be normal. Now, here's what doesn't make sense to me. Is as you can see, this one has the Lore of Death with him. He's spellcaster, armored, and you can see his stats. Now when we swap over to the petrified one, he doesn't have any spells. Now in terms of strength and attack damage, the petrified ones are slightly more powerful, plus they have 1,000 more health, along with the plus 30 armor. However, they have -2 speed, melee attack is the same, melee defense is greater on the petrified ones, weapon strength is the same, charge bonus is the same. So just something to look out for is that not necessarily because you have a good, or the amount of failed option of petrified, doesn't necessarily mean you should take it. It makes them more into tanks and spellcasters. Just wanted to kind of bring attention to that because this was something that confused me for quite a while as to why I wasn't able to cast spells. Next up, I'm going to be showing you the top 10 most interesting units in terms of just design. I could not show every single unit off, unfortunately, because of just the sheer quantity of them, and the fact that it would quite literally take forever. So I'm just going to be showing you the primary ones. So we have the Iron... Hold on, let me fix my graphics real quick, or my controls real quick. We have the Iron Demon War Engine. This thing right here, it basically has some magic, and then it has a Gatling gun right on the front. It also has the cannon on top. Next to him we have the Kadai Destroyer, this massive monster. I'd very much like to know who Kadai was. If this was his destroyer, who was Kadai? Right next to him we have the Kadai Fireborn, who I guess are the servants of this guy? I don't know the whole lore behind the Chaos Dwarfs, so if someone knows that, please let me know in the comment section below. Over here we have the some lava trolls, who just look absolutely amazing. I mean, these guys look a little bit wonky, but still, they look pretty cool. Then we have the Guardians of the Tower of Tsar, who are the Bull Centaurs Bahal, or a regiments of renown. Next to them we have, of course, the Annihilators. I mean, why would these not be in any top 10 for anything that's to do with Chaos Dwarfs? Next to them we have the Infernal Guard with Fire Glaives. These are basically Chaos Dwarf and Streltsy. Next to them we have the Immortals, which you already saw. Massive... Oh, these aren't anti-large, they're armor-piercing. Never mind. Anyway, these are the armor-piercing top-tier infantry. Next to them we have the Infernal Guard, who are armored and shielded, and look absolutely amazing. And we have, for the Lord Rykarth the Unbreakable. Sounds like Rakarth, but it's Rykarth. And he is truly unbreakable. And he also has charge defense against large foes, and is anti-large. Also has really good stats for a legendary lord. Now, one last thing I want to mention before we end this video has to do with the Iron Demon War Engines. So you have the normal ones, and then you have the one that Warhawk Skullcrusher gets. However, there is a difference between these two. And when I talked to the mod dev, he said that the ammunition type for Warhawk Skullcrusher was changed. However, we don't know if this was the actual ammunition type that it was changed to, as you will see in a second, because you can notice a difference in stats. I mean, it's pretty obvious here, the fact that their stats completely changed. And Warhawk Skullcrusher doesn't shoot the normal projectiles that the other Iron Demons do, because of the fact that he shoots nukes. He shoots nukes. Unlike these guys, he actually shoots nukes, but these ones do not. Now, I was asking if this was actually the nuclear cannon mod, or nuclear tank mod. However, we don't know due to the fact that if it was affecting him, why wasn't it affecting these guys over here? Because if these guys fly in, you'll see that they weren't shooting anything. They weren't shooting nukes. They just had the normal little projectiles. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like button, subscribe. Go check out the mod, link to that in the description below, and also go check out the Discord server and Facebook pages that I have. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.